Within this YouTube summary, we'll be going into the classical period, discussing a crucial figure within the transition between the classical and romantical eras in classical music. He will remain one of the most recognized and influential composers. He is no other than the one and only Ludwig van Beethoven. Born in Germany in December the year 1770, who would have known he would have been this big after all he went through as a child? What? You want to know all that he went through? Well, at 11 years of age, he supported his mother and younger brothers. As if this wasn't enough, Beethoven contemplated suicide after being exploited by his father. He even began to later go deaf in his late 20s. This increasingly withdrew him from society. So what changed him? What changed his mind? His art. Dr. Stacy Russell provided us with this quote: "It was only my art that held me back." So what art kept him from doing something so bad? I'll give you a slight timeline just to keep it all together. Year 1783, at age 12, he composes his very first piece, 9 Variations on a March. Year 1787, his mother dies. Year 1791, he composes the Rhythm Ballad. The very next year after that, sadly, his father dies. Year 1794, he composes the Piano Trios. Year 1795, he composes the Piano Sonatas 2. Fast forwarding 5 years later, in the year of 1800, he completes the premiere of the First Symphony. 2 years later, he completes Symphony 2. In the background, what you're currently hearing is one of his most popular compositions. Unfortunately, this was not published until his passing. In it, you will hear a solo pianist. It has a very soft and soothing melody. The tone is somewhat slow and very low pitched. I chose this song for the background because I believe it is a classic that everyone knows or has at least heard before. Before I took a music class or even studied Beethoven, I enjoyed this melody. My teacher would play it while we would take our test, and in turn, I would play it when I went home to study for the next test, and so on. I also believe this is a gateway to all of Beethoven's other work, because once you hear this song, whether it soothes you or just helps you to study, you will be more interested in Beethoven as an artist, because it really soothes you and calms the mind. Thank you to everyone who took the time out of their day to watch this video, whether it was to give criticism or just watch for enjoyment. Special thanks to Dr. Stacy Russell for providing me with key information needed to make this YouTube summary happen. Had a few difficulties along the way, but all in all, this was a great experience. I'm glad that I took this class because I was able to learn a lot of key information that I did not know.